lived on a farm at Penna, and as the fires went through, we didn't know it at the time, but 5 people died within half a mile from where our house was. People died behind us, people died to the side of us. They actually died that day. And I was 4.5 at the time, and my brother John, he was 2. And I've got vivid memories. I've just got vivid visual images of the fire that day. And apparently the first fire came through in the morning from Richmond, and it burnt down into Penna, but it didn't touch our side of the road. We weren't burnt out in that fire. But I remember as a 4.5-year-old going out to the window and seeing a wall of flame coming down Lord's Hill. It was in a diagonal direction, and behind it was just black. As it went down, there was this wall of red. Everything was left a big black patch right behind it. And so I remember that, and but that burnt, did a lot of damage, that fire, but that didn't touch us. And we weren't burnt out until about 1 o'clock that day, and that fire came from Campania. Yes. Is that correct, Mum? Yes. Yeah, so it came from Campania, and Dad had gone. He'd gone to save the sheep, so it was Mum, myself, and Dad's half-brother, elderly half-brother, and his wife were in the house. Dad and my auntie had collected them earlier in the day, and they were with us. And so that fire was, we were in serious trouble then, because that fire was heading in our direction, that second fire. And so what happened, Mum? Can you just remember the first thing that happened? I remember that before that fire got to us, a spark had actually it had sparked.
Got into the mulberry tree.
Yes, and it actually lit just outside our kitchen window. And I remember looking out the window and thinking, the sun's gone a funny colour, it's gone an orange colour. And then I saw the fire, and I was 4.5, and I saw the fire burning outside our kitchen, between the mulberry tree and our kitchen. And the main fire was way back in the hill. We hadn't even come over the hill. This was a spark. And so we had to rush out. My brother was 2, and we had sand buckets, my brother and myself, and my mother had a bucket, and we had to get water out of the laundry, and there was water in the laundry troughs, and we had to put that fire out. So my brother was running buckets, and he kept going. He was 2, he kept on the job, and we were able to put that fire out. And then a bit later on, the main front came through. And I remember there's a flurry of activity. A man helped Mum put out the
fire at the garden gate, at the garden fence,
yes,
at the corner. He came in off the road and saw the fire, and he put it out just as it got to the garden. So the house would have gone if he hadn't have been around, because I wouldn't have had it out, you know. So we're very pleased.
Yes, that we were saved. Yes,
thankful.
And of course, Dad was saving the sheep at that stage, and we were given strict instructions. If worst came to worst, we had to go, because we had apricot orchards. We had an apricot farm. We had 3 orchards, and we had to go. We were to go into the orchards where we'd be safe while he was away attending those sheep. But we were saved, and and the house was saved.